know if y'all saw, there was a moment where Beyonce tried to grab her.
Yes.
She was like, get off me.
Ooh.
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fight Little Mama?
You look crazy.
Everybody makes mistakes.
That was a big mistake,
She
dog.
was 19.
No, could y'all hold a grudge like that long?
How mad was you at Little Mama when she performance?
Oh yeah, I just want to say I apologize.
But if you don't engage, then you know how to manipulate.
Like leave it alone. But then you also got to look at the bigger picture of forgiveness.
Jay-Z and Alicia Keys should be ashamed of themselves. They are two of the most successful artists in the music industry. They had no problem ruining a teenage girl's thriving career by blacklisting her. Lil Mama is the only reason why that boring performance became one of the most iconic moments in MTV history. Jay-Z, who is one of the most powerful musicians in the music industry. The rumors were that Jay-Z made sure to limit her opportunities for collaborations with popular artists, writers, and producers. Not only was she blacklisted, but everyone who worked with her was also guaranteed to feel the wrath. It's crazy that music industry forgave men like Kanye and Chris Brown for much worse things, but the entire industry basically said that Lil Mama is a risk to work with after one incident. Her career went from having a top 10 hit song, Lip Gloss,
My lip gloss is popping, my lip gloss is too. All the boys keep jocking, they chase me after school.
and collaborating with chart-topping artists like T-Pain and Chris Brown, to jumping on the remix of Avril Lavigne's hit song Girlfriend, to having thousands of fans lining up to get her autograph, only to be completely ghosted by the entire music industry. After the VMAs, Jay was interviewed by radio host Angie Martinez the next day. During the call, he expressed his anger towards Lil Mama, comparing her actions to Kanye West's bad behavior.
I have to ask you about the MTV Awards. I'm not sure if you commented on the Little Mama jumping on the stage thing.
I didn't. It's the first time I was asked about it. Me, personally, I would never do that. I would never have the nerve to do that.
Right.
You know, it's just like someone's up there performing, like work really hard at their performance to put on the show for people. I actually thought it was the equivalent to what Kanye did to Taylor Swift, but nobody really talked about that because I'm not a little sweet girl from the middle of America.
Right. They definitely were more focused and angry at Kanye than they were at Little Mama. Were you angry?
Yeah, I was a little angry, yeah, to be honest. But you know, what I'm going to do? I'm going to fight Little Mama?
You look crazy.
Yeah, we would talk through with her.
You would have took Kanye's headline right away from him.
Yeah.
It hurt, she says. It took a lot of mental, spiritual, and physical strength not to want to hurt others, not to want to hurt myself. A person could be damn near ending their life. She went from being a respected newcomer in the music industry to having everybody online making fun of her. She became social media's meme factory.
Stage with the always beautiful Lil Mama, and she got something to say.
I just want to say that I think that fanny pack is so sexy, and this whole operation of the dance world is going to go up and beyond your wildest dreams. This is Little Mama posing as Miss Beyonce.
I'm saying Beyonce.
Say it. That's it.
I live.
Working that dress.
Work it.
I need to know what Tubi movie is this that got a Little Mama looking like the Cynthia dog from the Rugrats.
She also became one of the first celebrities to be totally roasted on Twitter. Numerous celebrities also joined the hate train and were mean to her on Twitter.
I think I was the first one that gave super roasted on Twitter. And then celebrities was weighing in. I was really heated.
She went from performing on the big stage to later performing at street parties to doing private events.
On my way to do an event, and I'm happy.
This proves that nothing can stop her. She loves music, and as long as she has a microphone and an audience, she will dance and sing. I love her positive attitude and approach to life. Alicia had the same negative mindset as Jay and dissed Lil Mama on the Today Show. At the same time, she defended Kanye jumping on stage and being rude towards Taylor, which still to this day remains one of the most controversial incidents in MTV history.
We can appreciate her being overwhelmed and inspired, but we would have preferred she did it from her seat.
Yeah. And what about what happened with Kanye? I'm sure you have some feelings about that as well.
You know, I think that obviously he knew that that wasn't probably in best taste in retrospect, and I think that he realized that that wasn't quite the right thing to do.
Right.
So I'm sure that he's apologetic, and I know he already did apologize.
He did call Taylor Swift.
Alicia continued to be a mean girl and lie on Lil Mama every time a reporter asked about her.
I'm not going to talk about this because the moment was too amazing.
No. Lil Mama reached out to Jay and Alicia's manager teams to apologize and seek forgiveness. Unfortunately, her attempts went unanswered, leaving her feeling ignored and rejected. Anonymous source at MTV admitted. Was it memorable? Sure, says a source at the network who spoke on the condition of anonymity, but it was funny to hear the producers asking, who is Lil Mama? Jay-Z didn't even know at first. You haven't seen her at an MTV event since. She's not welcome with the music talent department. Jay passed her on the leg. Get out of here. Alicia pretends she isn't there. It's embarrassing. Lil Mama's got egg on her face. Twitter, a new social media platform, explodes. She gets publicly shamed. She becomes a punchline, a laughingstock. And just like that, hip-hop's new around-the-way girl becomes the annoying little sister nobody wanted. Due to their refusal to talk to her, she went on a press tour to publicly ask for their forgiveness and share her side of the story.
Have you spoken to them since?
No, I haven't.
No. Have you tried?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. How did you try? How did you reach out?
Got management to reach out. I have done an interview with MTV, and I was saying that I would love to speak to Jay-Z one-on-one.
What would you say?
And just to pretty much know how he felt, but my family was telling me that they heard an interview on the radio from Jay-Z, and he said, what was he supposed to do, beat up Lil Mama? And so I was like, wow, that meant that he didn't really like it. He would definitely apologize because that wasn't my intent.
Yeah.
Never to be disrespectful to anyone. I've always been a respectful young woman in this industry. People know me for that, and they just be like, you know, we like Lil Mama. It's always that type of feel. If in any way Jay-Z or Alicia Keys felt offended, I want to apologize to both of you. I actually would love to have a one-on-one, because I felt like I was being felt. Even on the stage at that moment, I felt like it was a bond. Let me just say this, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys both are praised by me. I love them both, not only for their artistry, but for their accomplishments in life, the steps that they have taken for our community to the next level, as they are huge. They have done so much for us.
Her public forgiveness meant nothing to them. We must remember that she was just a teenage girl who made a teenage mistake. They were the adults who behaved like children and lied about her character over and over again. During the same time period that Alicia lied on Lil Mama is when she publicly went around and was the other woman to marry producer Swizz Beatz. They were rumored to have started dating in 2008. At that time, he was still married to Mashonda. He claimed they were separated. In 2009, she begged Alicia on Twitter to please answer her phone calls, since she refused to talk to her. She also accused Alicia of destroying her family.
Her affair with Swizz Beatz also had an effect on her career because it did somewhat taint her image. Alicia was put on a pedestal as an artist who really invoked female empowerment. She was no longer just looked at as a Grammy Award-winning singer and producer. She was now looked at as a homewrecker.
Hence why I believe Lil Mama's side of the story, and not Alicia's. She paid the ultimate price with her career decline. A few years later, Lil Mama had an interview with The Breakfast Club where she faced harsh criticism from media personality Charlamagne the God, who bullied her about her appearance and career, causing her to break down in tears.
I guess some type of talent. Like you did have a little buzz going at one point.
Definitely have talent.
I know you for playing yourself, walking up on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Charlamagne, seriously,
that's the truth.
Cut this out.
Could y'all please help me out?
Can he cut this
I'm
out?
just hating.
What's that? Nah, no, I know what you're saying.
What do people know her for lately?
It also forced her to listen to callers dissing her on air.
What's good? Like, what's up? When you dropping another album, though?
I'ma hurt you.
You need to come back, man.
Already.
Yeah, man, you was dope. I don't know what happened. My personal opinion, I just feel you just need to come back with that same heat.
How many people just called up and said something about Alicia Keys and Jay-Z?
This interview had a significant impact on her image, and her crying became a meme that people laughed at. Even Rihanna has seen holding a framed picture of her crying meme. And I love that Beanie Sigel stood up for her.
You sit here and you bash a little girl, little mama, till she cry. That's what you do. Coward. I can say, I think you're a bitch.
They make her cry, but
yes, you did.
Charlamagne has a history of bullying, especially female guests. He was mean and rude to the legendary Lil Kim. As a result, he was beaten up by a bunch of guys who were rumored to be associated with Lil Kim.
Baby. What's up? Come on. Let's get it.
Lil Mama had a difficult teenage years. Her mother passed away of breast cancer in late 2007. She had to take over the guardianship over her younger siblings, along with the help of her family and older brothers.
You brought your brother with you. Mm-hmm. I heard there's 8 of you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What's up, Karan?
Nothing.
How old are you? 9 years old.
But you know what? On a serious note, I mean, just staying close to my family because we just lost one. I ain't really trying to lose too many.
Sorry to hear that.
On top.
She did not have time to mourn her mother's passing. She still had to continue touring and doing interviews and being professional when she was still a kid. The music video Shawty Get Loose featuring Chris Brown and T-Pain was dedicated to her memory. 12 years later during Alicia's press tour, she was asked about Lil Mama several times by the media, which made her confused.
There was a very iconic performance of Empire State of Mind with you and Jay. Lil Mama ends up on the stage with you guys.
Y'all love this story. Why they love this story so much?
This is one of the most iconic internet moments, even before viral moments was a thing.
Okay. Seriously?
Yeah, and then here comes Lil Mama, arms crossed, posing with you guys.
Gotta love it. The audacity, the balls.
Yeah.
She got it.
We all want to be a part of the moment, but she actually got her moment.
Listen, if Kanye did it, everybody would have been like all good.
Right.
And like, oh, that's just Kanye.
Yeah. And then he wound up doing it, and
I guess that was the same night.
Was it the same night?
I don't know. It was a crazy night.
That is an epic night. If that happened in the same night.
I know that.
Maybe we could try this again?
Hilarious that she pretends to not remember one of VMA's most controversial stage crashes also happened the same night. But what Lil Mama did was harmless, while what Kanye did was unacceptable. And I wish people would remember when Beyonce gave Taylor her moment.
How mad was you at Lil Mama when she fucked up your performance?
I went backstage and Jay was like, so you ain't see that? And I was like, yeah, we killed it. That's what just happened. That's been some time. She's super big. Love to her. No, she's
Water under the
good.
bridge. Yeah.
She's super good. She has, sent her love apologies, the whole thing.
Her answer angered many. It's been well over a decade they blacklisted her at every corner. We do not care whether or not she forgives Lil Mama because the deed is done. Let the woman rest. Sleeping with a married man isn't the right thing to do, but you did it anyway, hypocrite. She also hosted a Twitter Space conversation for her fans, where she and Jay answered questions. One journalist asked Jay if he is still mad at Lil Mama after all these years.
Jay, are we forgiving Lil Mama all these years later?
Yeah, of course. Come on, don't do that. Yeah, of course. Like,
Good.
That's our sister, man. We love her. We love her.
For sure.
I wouldn't recommend people just jump on other people's stage, but
Right.
we don't wish her no harm.
Nah.
That's corny. Like, she's a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? She got excited, so that things happen. Alicia and I, yes, she's forgiven and. It's all love. It's all love. And she was coming from a place of love. It's just, may have been a little too excited, but but it came from a place of love.
Looking back, it's crazy that the music industry completely stopped liking Lil Mama after that. No deals, no features, no nothing. She was completely blacklisted. Lil Mama thanked them both on her Instagram and also said in an interview.
Last year, Jay-Z spoke out and he said that, it's no bad blood. The situation that happened in 2009. And I always wanted to know, what was your feedback when you saw him just say that? And Alicia Keys as well.
Yeah, I said that I appreciated it.
Respect.
I felt like it was so much time in between then and now.
Hella growth.
And although, it hasn't been spoken on in a negative aspect or a positive aspect, it kind of just left room for people to be disrespectful. And I do feel like that's something that they both did catch wind of at some point. So for it to take so long, it was kind of just like, but it's still like, it's the thought that counts.
Right.
And it's about growth and understanding that God has a plan for me.
Yes.
And there's things that I have to do for my life that doesn't involve either one of them. So I have to be focused on that.
Damn right.
14 years later, they meet each other for the first time since the VMAs incident.
After a whole 14 years, it feels like Alicia Keys is finally over it and she is hugging Lil Mama. First of all, let's be real. If Lil Mama didn't jump on that stage, we would not remember that performance at all. The problem is they've had multiple iconic moments and this is basically the most iconic moment that Lil Mama has had. But so what? I feel like this is all Lil Mama ever really wanted from Alicia Keys was a hug. That's why she went on the stage. She wanted a hug, girl. Listen, if it was me performing and an artist like Lil Mama had the guts to jump on stage with me, I'd be like, you a weirdo, but it's cool. I'm not gonna take it as disrespect. The fact is that people used her jumping on the stage as an excuse to clown her about all the things they had been wanting to clown her about in the first place. And that's when it went too far, because listen, Lil Mama actually has talent. Despite all the chatter, she still finds a way to surprise people. How can you not respect that?
Lil Mama has, over the years, remained determined to rebuild her career and image. She has continued to release music. And she had the honor of playing Left Eye in Crazy Sexy Cool, the TLC story, with Keke Palmer and Drew Sidora. She really turned into Lisa. She has recently celebrated the 16th anniversary of lip gloss by launching her own beauty brand and her first jewelry collection called It's Poppin'.